Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Iman. On this channel I talk about cake business and I share tips and strategies on how to help you grow your cake business. I'm an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, United Kingdom, and you're welcome to my channel. Just in case you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Please do not make it your last. Ensure that you become a part of the family. If you've always been here, thank you so much. You know I love you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I once struggled with, and I know that probably most likely a lot of us are struggling with it, and it has to do with calculating the amount of buttercream that you would use for your cakes. So I recently had to work on a wedding cake, and I was wondering because I think it's my first time. I don't think I've ever made a wedding cake in buttercream before. So I made a wedding cake in buttercream, and I was wondering what in the world am I going to do with regards to knowing? Let me just go straight. So I was just thinking, what's the quantity of buttercream that I'm going to be using for this cake? How am I going to arrive at? Like, I do not want to have buttercream that is left over, and I don't want to have buttercream running out on me in the middle of my baking. It's just going to destabilize me. So how do I know what quantity of buttercream I need for this cake? And so I decided to just work on intuition, just think, okay, this cake is going to be this tall. I probably need this. And I decided to go along with the flow. So that's what this video is about. I covered a 12, 8, and 6-inch wedding cakes that were in total about, I think that's 18 inches tall. And I will be walking you through the process, just how I went about the buttercream. And I have the buttercream recipe on my channel here already. Just in case you've not seen that video, I'm going to link it probably towards the later part of this video at the end or in the description box or in the comments. I'm going to link it somewhere so you can see and watch. So that was the recipe I used. I've been using it since I came here to the UK and it's been working fantastic for me. Zero issues, it's stable enough and everything good. So that was the recipe I used, and I just went baking. So I just went mixing until I arrived at some point. So that's what I'm going to be taking you through in this video. So you're going to watch the video and then you'll see how much I used at the end of the day. Now back home, just tips to help you. When I was back home in Nigeria, we used to measure and know what quantity to use. Of course, when I mean measure, I mean we get a scale and then measure it. To get either a digital scale or get the, no, not the digital scale, get the manual scale. Yeah, the manual one, the blue one. I think you've seen that scale before. So we get that scale and then we put the buttercream on it and measure so we do not run short and we do not have excess. Now we can adjust or tweak it depending on what design I'm going for. So if I'm covering just a regular cake that doesn't have roses, that doesn't have pipings on the body, that doesn't have borders, you know that I will not need as much, and so we'll have to reduce maybe like 100 or 200 grams away from it. And if I'm making extra things, maybe making some roses or making some cupcakes, I'll be going on it and I need to pipe and all of that, we'll be adjusting by maybe 100 or 200 grams from what we would normally regularly use. Now I have a standard. How do I know? I have a standard for my cakes. There's a certain height I'm looking for, except maybe I'm gunning for something extra, but there's a standard I have for my cakes, especially my 8-inch cakes. I think they used to be like 8-inch tall then, if I'm not mistaken, probably 8-inch or 9 inches tall, or 10 or thereabouts. I can't even remember, but something around this range. And so we used to have a particular measurement that we take for our buttercream. So if we were to tint a blue colored buttercream, for instance, we know that this entire quantity is for the decorate. This entire quantity is for covering the cake, and this other little quantity is for the filling. So without further ado, let's get right into the video and I will show you how I arrived at the buttercream quantity that I used and what it was at the end of the day. Can you take a wild guess? If you can, let me know in the comments what you think was the quantity. Do not cheat. Do not go to the end of this video. Please watch or comment and let me know.
Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Iman. On this channel I talk about cake business and I share a lot of tips and strategies on how you can grow your cake business. But in today's video, as you can see, we have cakes and I have my rich fruit cake here. Here I have 10 inches. So this is a 10 and it's 3 layers. And here I have a 12 inches and it's 4 layers. So I have 12 inches, 4 layers, and then I have 10 inches, 3 layers, and then I have 6 inches, 3 layers. So I'm just going to be showing you the individual measurements and how much buttercream I'm going to be using. It's a wedding cake and it's a rich fruit cake like I've already mentioned. So I'm going to show you the individual heights and also the total quantity of the buttercream that I'm going to be using to cover this beautiful cake. So stick with me if there's something you're interested in, you want to see how to calculate, or you want to know the amount of buttercream that I used to cover a 12, 10, 6-inch buttercream cakes, then please stick with me. So this is, where is it? 7 inches tall. That's the height of the cake. Okay. That was the 12 inches. That was the 12 inches, and this is the 10-inch. So that is where's the tape? Where's the tape? Yeah. Is that 5.5? Yeah, so that's like 5.5. Okay. So 10 inches, 5.5, 12 inches, 12 inches by 7 inches. Then the 6 inches is 6 inches tall. Okay, so 6 inches by 6 inches. Right, so let's go and prepare buttercream. For those of you who might be new here, I have this recipe, or those who haven't seen it, probably you've been here but you haven't watched that video. I have a video here on how to prepare this buttercream. So that is what I use here in the United Kingdom, and it's been working for me so far. So this is it. I'm already preparing it. So let's go ahead with the preparation. I'm going to link that video up so that you can see and watch the video either here right now or maybe towards the end or in the description box. So please do well to check it and watch the video and learn. Thank you. Help me reduce the powder and the dusting coat from the icing sugar. I like to mix it with my spatula just before I turn it on. So I'm just gonna mix it up, mix, and then turn on the mixer. So that way I don't have icing sugar all over my kitchen. Yeah, so there we go. Then attach the lid and then I'm done with the first batch, which is more like 1 kg. It's not 1 kg, but I'll just take like 1 kg. So that's I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So I'm just going to take it to be 1 kg. Put it right into my buckets, the container I'm going to be using for it, and then cover it up. Don't expose it. You don't want your buttercream to dry out, so please don't expose it. So I'm just going to scoop this out and then make the next batch and then one more batch, I think, for now. Okay. Now this is the third batch I'm making. So this is the third time starting with the butter, and I'm going to start putting in my icing sugar. So in total I've made 2.7 kg. So that's 900, and the third one 900. So that gives us 2.7 kg in all. I think I'm going to be making one last batch, but I'm not sure yet. But whatever it is, I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you updated. Okay? Thank you. Hi guys, I'm having to make another 900 grams because I've already prepared the one I'm going to use for decorating the cake and crumb coating as well, but obviously the one for crumb coating didn't go around at all. I've not even started crumb coating. So this is another 900 grams. I did 3.2 yesterday and this is 900 I'm adding to it, so please help me do the maths. We're already getting into 4 kg.
And welcome back. So I hope that you learned from this video. I hope that it was impactful. I hope that you saw it at the end of the day. If you were attentive, if you were watching, please let me know what quantity I arrived at. I know that I had to do some extra at some point, and that extra I did. I wasn't supposed to do that extra. So I arrived at a quantity that I used at the end of the day. So let me know if you were watching, you were attentive. I hope I mentioned it in the video anyway. Just let me know in the comments. If I did not, I'll let you know in the comments as well. Okay, so that was what I used in total for covering this wedding cake that you see right here. And it served me. I had a little leftover, that I made because of the extra that I did. But you definitely have an idea of how much buttercream you need to cover a three-tiered buttercream wedding cake. Of course, please leave room for adjustments depending on what design you're making. Mine was just to cover the cake, and there were no extra pipings on it with buttercream. So depending on what you are achieving or what you want to achieve, you might need to adjust, maybe add to it, or then take away from it. And depending on the height of your cakes as well, for each tier, you might need to make some adjustments. So I hope this was impactful. Please don't forget to show your support by liking this video. PayPal details are in the description box if you want to support me financially as well. And if you want to use super thanks or and if you want to use the super thanks sticker, also please feel free to use it in the comments, and I will be very grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see my next video, don't forget to subscribe. Please, if you're yet to join the family, click on the subscribe button. Until I see my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.